When a family moved into the old Victorian house at the end of Maple Street, the neighbors watched with curiosity. The house had stood vacant for years, shrouded in tales of misfortune and tragedy. Its former owners had vanished one by one, leaving behind whispers of darkness that clung to its walls. Despite the warnings, the family felt drawn to the house's charm. The creaky floors and intricate woodwork spoke of history, and they were eager to make it their home. As they unpacked boxes and settled into their new lives, the mother noticed something odd. The air felt heavy, as if the house itself were watching them. It started with small things, objects misplaced, shadows darting just out of sight, and a feeling of being watched. The children spoke of a friend they saw in the attic. A boy with hollow eyes who beckoned them to play. The parents dismissed it as imagination, a side effect of moving to a new place. But deep down, unease grew. One stormy night, the family gathered in the living room, the wind howling outside. The father decided to investigate the attic, where the children claimed to have seen their ghostly friend. Climbing the narrow staircase, he felt a chill creep up his spine. The attic was dark and cluttered, filled with dust-covered furniture and forgotten relics. As he rummaged through the boxes, he discovered an old journal, its pages yellowed and brittle. He opened it. The entries detailed the lives of the previous owners, each one ending in tragedy. A fire, a mysterious disappearance, a madness that drove one man to take his own life. The last entry sent a shiver through him. The house knows our secrets. It feeds on our despair. He hurried back downstairs, heart racing. The family gathered around him as he shared the journal's contents. They felt the weight of the house's history pressing down on them. And fear seeped into their hearts. That night, they locked the doors and tried to forget the dark tales. But the atmosphere had shifted. It felt as if the house were alive, breathing, waiting. Days turned into weeks, and the children continued to speak of their friend, insisting he wanted to show them something special. The parents grew increasingly worried as strange occurrences escalated. One night, the youngest child went missing. Panic flooded the house as the parents searched frantically, calling out his name. Their cries echoed through the empty rooms, but there was no answer. Finally, they found him in the attic, sitting cross-legged on the floor, staring at a dusty mirror. He was entranced, as if something was pulling him closer. The parents rushed in, grabbing him and pulling him away from the mirror's surface. "What were you doing?" the mother asked, trembling. "He wanted to show me," the child replied, his voice eerily calm. "He said we could stay forever." In a moment of clarity, the father realized the truth. The family hadn't moved into a haunted house. They had become part of a cycle of despair that ensnared every family that dared to call the house home. The children's friend was not a spirit. He was a manifestation of the house itself, a lure to trap new souls. Determined to break free, the family packed their belongings and fled that night. As they drove away, the house loomed in the rearview mirror, dark and foreboding. But as they reached the end of Maple Street, the father glanced back one last time. The house stood silent, Yet in the attic window, a new face appeared. A boy with hollow eyes, waving goodbye.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to this channel.